Hello, welcome to Painting Little Things. This is the first video. I just want to show some of the things that I've painted so far. This is the first ring that I've ever painted, and I got a whole box of them. So I'm going to try to get some of these done. Not all today. We're just going to be working on one of them today. So this was the first one. All the rest of them and all the other ones you're going to see were about $1 to $1.50. This one was quite a bit more. I think it was around $7 or something. It's just a little bit more detailed. I really like bears. I couldn't find this one for $1.50, so I paid what it cost. It comes like this one, just all kind of chromed out. I've scraped some of the chrome off. I used some chemicals to try to get as much off as I could. I don't know if this is chrome. I don't know what this is. I'm not a metal scientist. But that's about as good as I can get it. I've painted this once. The color didn't come out as I needed it, so I'm repainting it. I scraped all the colors off all the other ones too, so it should be good to go. This is another one that I painted. This one came out really cool. His eyes are kind of odd, but everything else is pretty neat. It's really big. All the paints I used on these were from different Vallejo model color kind of things. And there's like a dark wash over it. This one has a clear coat gloss, and it seemed to really help a lot. I painted this well over a year ago, and it's not been treated very well. It's been in pockets and been just slammed around. It's got dog hairs. My daughter got a hold of it and throws it around different places, but it's held up pretty well. This one has been treated a little bit better. It's just been on the counter, different places. This was also painted during the time that one was painted. My daughter loves this one. She calls it Gecko from PJ Masks. That's cool. So put these aside. With these, when painting these, it was really difficult to have these pair of pinchers that will hold on to it a little bit, and I also used some putty that would stick up in there and made like a little finger that it would sit on. I found it to be incredibly tiresome and tedious, and paint would come off and I would have to hold it, and if I held it too hard then paint would rub off on my hands. That's the nature of acrylic paint, I guess. So I went to Hobby Lobby today and tried to find something that would fit kind of like a finger. I didn't want it to be super pointy, and I didn't want to use a stick that I have out in my shed, because I didn't want to do any additional work. I used that 40% off Hobby Lobby code, so this was like $2.50. Pretty great deal. There's 4 of these things in here, and they tape down perfectly. It's kind of odd little unicorn horns. Pop these off. Hopefully this will work really well and not be such a pain. Let's see. That seems fine. A lot better range of motion than just holding it like this and getting paint all over my hands. Probably do it like that. Yeah, that seems good. All right. So what I really like to do is just use the airbrush to do a base coat. It tends to seem a little bit more smoother to me, as opposed to using a spray can outside. Spray can outside I have no problem with. I think they look good anyway. But I don't want to do the spray can outside since I have this. So first thing I do is always put a little bit of this stuff in here. All right. And I really like to use this light blue for a base coat. It kind of seems to show off the cracks and the details a little bit better than straight white and black do. But if I didn't have this, I'd probably just use white. But I do have a lot of these. That one's about out. That's also my daughter's favorite color, so she likes to use that a lot. I have these set really low, where it's not shooting paint everywhere, because I'm not very good at this. I don't want to really not very experienced using Go Everywhere and ruin a bunch of stuff. I do think it's pretty neat. I'm not going to paint the inside of the ring. I have done that before in the past, and it never really turns out how I want it to, and it's just more difficult than it's worth. And it ends up just rubbing off. And okay, we'll just let this dry for a little bit and come back and paint some more. It's dry. Little pretty blue ring there. All right, first color, we're going to start doing some paintbrush work here. Green Skin, just Army War paints. I bought an entire set of Army War paints, and I've rarely used them, so I'm going to give it a little try here. Some of the paint. And I like to add a little bit of water. Not a lot, just a little. Mix it up. Here we go, getting ready to get in here. I'm actually going to do this all the way around the ring as well, just to make the whole ring green. All right.